Hey guys, holy moly. My hair is a hot mess now because I just washed it and now it is this frizzy mess. Like, look at this mop, you guys. Look at this mop. Holy cow. And I'm just like not doing anything with it. I'm just letting it do its own thing. It's getting super, super long, so it's crazy. But I can't leave it down because it drives me crazy. So yes, this is a late live stream. Sorry guys, I know that probably nobody's going to show up because it is a late one. But got a lot done today in the RV. So got some of the stuff here pulled down, going through like all the like walls and everything. But let's bring you guys right here. But anyway, so bathroom is fully painted now, and the cupboards and everything are all painted. And the sidewall thing, I was covered in paint. I had paint all down my arms and everything, trying to get in between like the wall and the toilet, which was a chore. So I got all of that painted. I got the pantry. Hi, Kelly. Got the pantry area all painted. I got everything taped off. I got the the area in front of the refrigerator, like around the refrigerator, is completely painted. And then around the oven, so the cabinetry and stuff like that around the oven and under the sink area, painted. And now I just need to get the wall, like the wall area behind the sink, painted, because that is not painted yet, to cover up that weird what's left of the wallpaper. I was playing around on Pinterest while I was taking a hot bath to try to soak my muscles because everything hurt. Yeah, I got a lot in there done today. Sarah came out and she was like, I can't stay out here, the paint smell, which it was really strong in there. So tomorrow's goal is to get, well, technically I'm supposed to take tomorrow away from the RV, not even touch the RV, but get stuff in the house done. I got the stuff off the walls here, the stuff off the walls in the living room tonight. Everything that was hanging on any wall within the house is down. So everything has been pulled off of all of those things. I know a couple of spots now that I'm gonna put some photographs up in the RV, so that's a big plus. I'm kind of fighting with myself internally, trying to figure out, do I want to paint over for now that really funny yellow plastic stuff that fills in the cabinets, because now that everything is painted white, I don't know if you've ever been around like people who smoke or a smoker's home, and if you look at their glass or like their windows from the inside. Hi, Yosef. Yeah, it's been a long day. It's that color. It's like a smoker's yellow against the white, and it looks really tacky now. And so I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and paint them white for now. I can eventually, got a piece of hair in my mouth. I can eventually, oh man, yeah, long night for you, indeed. Last night was a super long night for me. Little one had a really hard time settling in last night. Like, she doesn't sleep well. And I've talked to the vet about it. She says that some puppies can be like that. It usually takes a couple weeks, but it's been more than a couple weeks. Like, we've had them since they were 3 weeks old. And Rainey, who's now named Sadie, who lives with my cousin, says she sleeps great at night. And she did too before she went to his home. She's always been like, Sadie slept really, really well. Like, we called her Rainey, but her name's Sadie, so I'm going to call her Sadie. Yeah, so Sadie's been sleeping great since before she went to live with my cousin. Danny does not sleep. And that was one thing I didn't want to curse them with, was them having Danny, knowing that they have a 4-year-old and then a 10-year-old, and having a puppy that's in the house screaming like she does at night is probably not ideal, especially when their kids have to go to school. So last night, Danny she was up all night. Like, she would sleep for 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then she'd wake up and she'd scream and she'd cry. I would take her out to thinking maybe she's got an upset tummy, maybe she's got to go to the bathroom. No, she wouldn't have to go. She'd want to play. So I'd stick her back in her bed area, which I kind of have rigged up. She's got the kennel to sleep in, and then I have a thing, because she is too smart for her own good. I have the, the baby puppy play gate area. I have that around the kennel to put a potty pad down for her. And then I have to put a piece on top to keep her from climbing out, because she figured out when she was about 5.5 weeks old, she wasn't even 6 weeks old yet, she figured out how to climb out over the top. So she scales it and climbs right out. And so we can't have that, because she is a baby and she still pees whenever she just wants to. So I gave her an area to go to the bathroom at night. This way it eliminates me having to get up and take her outside at night, because she does it every 15-20 minutes. Not peeing, but she's screaming like she has to. So I'm not exactly, like, I've got her on my schedule, which is at 6:30 in the morning. I get her out of bed, I take her outside, I walk with her, get her to go to the bathroom, and then I bring her back in and make her go back to bed until 8 a.m. I don't go back to bed, but I make her lay back down until 8 a.m. And then we get up, we do get them up, get the dogs up and going, get them their breakfast, all that kind of stuff. So I want her to get used to that schedule. But she's up all night, like all night and all day long. She go. She'll take little cat naps, 15-20 minutes. Her total of sleep time that we have tracked has been 7 hours 90% of the time, and some days she'll sleep 9 in a 24-hour period. I talked to the vet about it. She says, yeah, that's a little bit, she's a what do they call it? She's a high-strung dog, so she has a lot of energy, so we have to really exercise her. So today I spent a lot of time between being out there when I would take breaks for breathing wise, and I'd go in the backyard and I would just run her across the yard, get her going back and forth. She likes to chase me, so she would chase, and then she gets really excited when I get Godric involved, because I get Godric running and wear him out, because I've found that works to wear him out as well. And so I missed another spot of paint after my shower. But she's still, I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, she ate, I do 3 feedings with her each day, 6:30, and then I do another one at 12, and then I do another one at 5. So tonight, though, we bumped her night feeding to 4, and we bumped her other feeding to 11. So we moved it an hour. So she'll still get her 6:30 feeding, like her 8 o'clock feeding. Then because we don't feed them until 8. 8 o'clock feeding, then she gets 11 o'clock instead of 12 now, and then 4 o'clock. We're trying to do it that way. We're gonna see. I may have to, and look, I have this stuff. See this ring on my face? That's from my bath bomb stuff that I had in the bathtub, and I didn't even realize it was all over my face. I'll have to put some lotion or something on, because it made my skin super dry. But anyway, so we're trying to bump her feeding a little bit away from the night, so that way she's not needing to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And then right at about 7 o'clock, I go outside and I dump the water out. So there's no more water for anybody at 7 o'clock at night. You would do this with children as well. So you take and you get rid of the water, so they're not drinking a bunch of water before going to bed. Hi, kiddo. She's like, nope, she's live streaming. Hey, Chris. So that was doing all that today, but I was so exhausted today from the fact that I didn't sleep at all last night. Huh?
You going to bed soon?
No, not yet. I still got to go fill up the bathtub and put the blinds in there.
Okay, Kirk's to talk to us.
Okay.
And I don't know when he's going to get back on.
Okay. Well, if he doesn't talk to us tonight, that's all right. We'll talk to him.
Back on there like 3 in the morning.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, because I'm not staying up that late. But anyway, yeah, so tonight we're going to go fill up the bathtub and put the blinds in the bathtubs, so we can soak the blinds and get the blinds clean. Because they drive me nuts. And you try to wipe them with a towel or when I'm dusting, and it's just, it's not working. It's driving me crazy. But between not sleeping last night and then getting out there, taping off everything, and then painting, taking breaks to go run with her outside, and then going back in and doing more painting, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm just... Sarah and I decided to have chicken nuggets for dinner, and not McDonald's chicken nuggets. We bought chicken nuggets, you know, from the store. So we did that. We had chicken nuggets for dinner. They were actually really good. They were Tyson, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm happily made of cheesecake. Cheesecake! Cheesecake's actually one of my favorite things. But yeah, so I wanted to take the day away from the RV tomorrow because I want to get some stuff done in the house. I want to like get the whole kitchen knocked out. Like, I'd got a bunch of stuff done in there, but I think I just want to go ahead and empty the kitchen. Just empty it out and keep on the stove the pot and pan we're gonna need, and we're using paper plates and paper plates, not styrofoam, paper plates and plastic silverware right now. The plastic silverware that I got, we can rewash right now, so that way when we get ready to leave, we're just gonna chuck whatever we have into the recycle bin, because that way we can just pack everything up that needs to go into the RV. I told Sarah, anything that's going in the RV, we're going to set it in the living room. So what is in the living room is what's going to go in the RV. Everything that goes into the spare bedroom is going to be what is going in storage. Everything else that we're getting rid of and that we're doing in the yard sale is going to go set out in the garage. So we have to get everything out of the kitchen first. I want to get the kitchen done. Get it scrubbed from top to bottom. Be finished with it, right? Then I'm going to go in there and do that spare room. There's only a couple items in there. There's not like maybe 3 or 4 boxes in there. Go through those, and pretty much everything that's in there is going to get eliminated. I think I have a couple of items in there that need to go into storage because they go up on the walls. Because I took it all down and put it in there earlier. So I need to go put those things into the area for storage, which is going to be in that room. And then after we're done with those 2 spots, then I'm going to go into the garage and we're going to clean the entire garage out, and put what needs to go into storage into the spare room. And then anything else, we're going to set it out for the garage sale. So that's what the goal is tomorrow. Kitchen, spare room, and garage. Wow, that's the neighbor's dog, by the way. Sorry, that dog is super loud. But yeah, so those are the 3 things I want to get done tomorrow. And I think if we can bust those out, get them out of the way and done, then we can focus on mine and Sarah's bedroom, which are the last 2 rooms. Because the living room doesn't have anything in it. And then I have the 2 closets in the hallway, which we can do at the same time that we do the 2 rooms, because those are like really minimal stuff. So yeah, we're gonna bang those out. But that garage is my biggest like pet peeve right now. I can't stand it. It's got so much junk in there, and it's got stuff in there too that's from the RV that I won't be keeping. That we're just getting, like, I'm not keeping it. Somebody can buy it, or I'll put it in the yard sale, because there is people that will probably, there's a lot of people out here that have trailers and RVs that'd be like, yeah, I could put that in mine, whatever. So to each their own, you know, one man's trash, another man's treasure, whatnot. So we're gonna put a bunch of that stuff out there. Taylor stuff, I was gonna go through it, but it's already boxed, like it's already in the big Tupperware containers, or the Tupperware, Rubbermaid, not Tupperware, Rubbermaid containers. So I think I'm just going to leave them in that and put them in storage, and not try to go through all of it, because we don't have the time. We've got, as of tomorrow, we'll have 18 more days. And so I think if I can, I want to, within a 3-day time, get the whole house done inside, do our yard sale. And then this way, the rest of that 2 weeks, like those 14 days, we can strictly focus on the RV, and everything else in here will be done. So, like I told Sarah, I said, when we get everything going on, like tomorrow, we're going to be focusing on those 3 things. Then on Wednesday, I want to put my mattress, just flop it on the floor in here, then take my bookshelves, get those things boxed up and put the bookshelves out, put the bookshelves in the storage room, put my bed set, disassemble it, put it in the storage room. There's a box spring on this bed, but I don't think I'm going to end up keeping the box spring, so I'll probably end up selling the box spring, because that's one less thing we'll have to put in storage. So that's those two things. So we'll see how that goes, but we're going to put the box spring in the yard sale. If it doesn't sell, I'll throw it in storage, because I did plan on getting a different mattress, a bigger mattress for this bed, because this mattress is like this thin, which is why I have the box spring on here, because otherwise I'd be practically on the floor. But yeah, so for now, I'm just going to throw my mattress down on the floor in here, put everything else, like disassemble everything else, empty these nightstands, so these can go in the yard sale. And I need to take apart the sewing machine, take apart the top piece, and get everything put away so that I can put the sewing machine away. It's going to go with us, by the way, if anybody's wondering. Sewing machine's going with us because I do use it a lot. So I'm going to put that in the RV. I think I might, once we're situated, don't think I'm rushing into anything, but it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. But I think I want to start making baby blankets to put on Etsy, on Etsy. I thought about starting an Etsy page a long time ago with doing crocheting, but I decided not to. No, we haven't. There is nothing here right now. We've gone through all the real estate offices here, and we've gone through several of the apartment complexes, but the apartment complex thing that we run into with any of the apartment complexes is there's nowhere to park the RV. So there's no RV parking on the property, which we need. There's nowhere to put my RV. We don't have RV storage in our area. There used to be, but all the RV places in our area all closed. They all closed up shop. And of course, paying to put the RV like on an RV lot, like an RV park, would be just as much as paying for rent. So just staying in the RV, it's just, you might as well. So we've nixed the whole condos / townhomes / apartments. It's just not going to work. And that's horrible, but that's just how it is out here. And then on top of that, we've even looked at mobiles and manufactured homes and all that. Nothing is available right now. Anything that's rental wise, and I just don't want to rent again. And that's the biggest problem. I don't want to rent again, and closing on a house takes too long. So for now, we will be in the RV. I know a couple of spots that I really am interested in house-wise, and they would be great. Once we're situated in the RV and get ourselves all, tucked in, then we will start doing the official get down and dirty house hunt. Because I've already got my pre-approval amount, so I know what my budget is. So I need to work within that budget and know what part of town I want to be in. There's 2 spots here in town that I would really like to be in. Either or would be great, and they're both on complete opposite sides. So if I can find something within either of those that suits everything that I'm looking for, then we'll go with that. But if that doesn't work out, we may be going outside the area. So we may not stay here in this city. We may decide to leave the city and go to another place. I really wish California was more affordable. That is my home state. I absolutely love being out there, but it is just nowhere near affordable, like at all. And so that's not going to happen. But it would be really nice if I could move back to California. But, it is what it is. One of the other options that I really, truly thought about, was going to Florida. But probably not going to happen. And then there's only one other option that I would like. If it was like, okay, you're going to have to move into another state, I would go to Texas. I really enjoyed being in Texas. It's beautiful out there. Yeah, they get some pretty nasty weather. But my best friend in the whole world lives out there. And I would love to be close enough to her. But I also know that that's, you know, I'm okay with it right now, not living there. But that would be like the last place. Like, that'd be like those one things where it's like, okay, so you get to move here, here, or here. And Texas being that last here, I would probably be like, okay, not Texas. So, but yeah. So that's going on. Oh, I love when I get little notifications while I'm in the middle of a live stream. But just soundboarding, guys. I'm rolling my thoughts out loud here and my process out loud. But so I need to take all my computer stuff off of here and use the tiny desk in here. Are you thinking about coming east toward the East Coast as in north? No, because Taylor's not going to be staying out there. Taylor is leaving Georgia. We're not exactly sure what his departure date is yet, but he has, they already have plans set for him, so he won't be staying in Georgia. He'll be shifting space here soon. But I need to get this desk ready to go outside for sale, and the other two pieces that go with it. Ow. So I need to get this all kind of taken down off of here and get the small desk in here for now. Just a little small weird desk. Put that in here for now. And yeah. So that way we're not taking up space in here and we're eliminating things, you know, just going to whittle things down. And then I did make a decision about like the kennel situation and dog bed situation inside the RV. So we have a really big kennel that when we had our dog Akira, she was a big girl. She was like an 85-pound Labrador pit mix. Her and Tonks full grown, could fit in that kennel together with room to spare. So I have not busted that kennel out because I have not had a necessity for it. But I did some measurements and that kennel is going to work perfect. If I set it behind the passenger seat of the RV, turn it sideways, and then use a bungee to hold the door open on it during the day. It will be a much better fit in there. It'll allow us to, one, have the dog bed accessible to the dogs all day, so they can just come in and out of the kennel as they want, which I like doing anyway. We have the smaller ones inside that they use all the time. So I'm going to use that. And this way at night, we can have Tonks and them go like lay down in it and close the door at night and know that the puppy is secured for the night and whatnot. So that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to have time to get all the flooring redone inside of there. We have all the flooring with us, but I don't have the time to do it. And I don't have the proper tools to, you know, cut the wood and stuff. So that's going to be put on hold, getting the flooring done in the RV. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and get an area rug. Oh gosh, my nose. That's going to fit that whole area, like from the couch area over to that empty wall where the dogs are going to be, the dog space. So we're going to have a rug that fits that space. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to put a rug there. And because it's still the colder months and it gets really cold at night here, it'll allow us not to freeze our feet off every time we get up. Because the floor is freezing in there. Sarah and I learned that the other night when we were in there, how cold the floor gets. But also I'm going to put in a little throw carpet type thing in the bathroom area, like a little foot mat thing, because it's so cold in there. That's the last thing you want to do is get up to go pee and be freezing your toes. So yeah, so we figured out the bed situation for the dogs. I'm going to have, this way we could also use that little wall area to secure the trash can too. So that way we have the trash can in the RV. We have a closing locking lid trash can, by the way, so if anyone was curious. So the dogs don't destroy the trash can inside the RV. So we want to be able to have that and then have their water feeder strapped to the kennel, to the side of the kennel so it doesn't wiggle around or whatever. We will, of course, empty that during travel just because I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? But it will be bungeed to their kennel while we're stationary so they can't. Because Danny has a habit of trying to knock it over. She's always messing with the top of it, trying to climb on top of it, and she ends up toppling it over. And it's heavy. It's a 4-gallon water feeder for the dogs, and she pushes it over. So the joys of puppies. So yeah, we're gonna have that set up in the RV. But yeah, so that's those things. But yeah, the biggest thing is gonna be getting the painting done. And at first I wasn't gonna get the rest of the walls. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get the kitchen area and the bathroom done. But then after getting that whole other section done today, I was like, hi, Elizabeth. I was like, no, we need to just do the painting. And it didn't take me, I mean, it took me forever because I kept stopping because I had to lock the door on the RV because the wind was blowing so hard. And I didn't want dust blowing in or dirt blowing in while I was trying to paint. So the last thing you want is dirt in your paint. And so that was an adventure in itself. So I had to keep leaving to get air because, you know, working with paint fumes all day is not ideal. So between inhaling paint fumes for a big chunk of today, running with Danny in the backyard, and then not sleeping last night, and then on top of that going through here and pulling all the pictures down and getting stuff done inside the house, I'm wiped. Like, I'm wiped out. I'm so exhausted. So I need to go bring in Danny here in just a minute, get her ready for bed. She's had like another hour to play outside. So we're going to let her wear her last little bit of energy out and then bring her in and put her in her bed. She likes to cry a lot when I put her to bed. A lot. And she'll even start howling to the point you think somebody was trying to murder her. She really gets to screaming her head off. I'm not even kidding when I say that. She screams her head off. So that's a thing that the puppy does. And I have never experienced that. I've had dogs that whimpered or whined at bedtime, but then they get over it after a couple of days. Danny has done it since we've taken her in at 3 weeks old. From the time she was 3, we've had them since they were 3 weeks old, her and Sadie. Sadie whined a couple of times during the night, probably first 3 or 4 days, and then she just slept. She would wake up in the middle of the night because she had to pee, but then again, she was a newborn. But then once she went potty, you'd lay her back in there and she'd go right back to sleep. Not Danny. So we ended up eventually separating them in their sleeping areas because Danny was keeping Sadie awake, which was making Sadie upset, and she would get aggressive to make her sister shut up. And so we ended up having to separate them out of like their sleeping quarters. Like I had to put them in 2 separate areas. And Sadie has been a great sleeper since. But all right, you get to bed, Kelly. I'll talk to y'all later. So I'm going to get off here though myself. See if Sarah's boyfriend is ready to talk because he said he wanted to talk with both of us tonight. So let's see what's going on there. And then I am going to go to bed because I'm exhausted and cross my fingers. And guys, please send vibes that Danny sleeps tonight because I could really, really use a good night's sleep. Even though for me, a good night's sleep would be let me get at least 4 hours. I could really use that tonight so that I can really buckle down and get the rest of this stuff done. Because I'm flat out exhausted. So, yeah, I'm literally, guys, it's been 2 weeks and I have been nonstop going to get ourselves ready for this unexpected move. But you know what? Life's an adventure, and it's not an adventure unless things unexpected happen. And that's exactly what has happened. So that's why this channel is now called Life's Next Step. So thank you, Jamly members, for staying with us through this. And here's to the next step. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.